All right, go ahead and pull out your Do Now page. You should have it at the very front of the packet that I printed for every single one of y'all. Okay, go ahead and make sure you have it in front of you so we can follow along. All right, today, Friday, January the 18th, so make sure you're also writing this skill on Friday's part of your Do Now. We're not at Thursday, we're not at Monday, just because we didn't have those Do Now days, we are on Friday. All right, today we are doing articles. Go ahead and look at your focus skill, articles, indefinite and definite. All right, if you look down below into the explanation, okay, we are looking at the words a, and the. Okay, those are going to be called articles. Okay, essentially articles are words that come before nouns. They're kind of giving it some sort of direction. All right, I'm going to give you about a minute to read over the second two bullet points. All right, so let's go ahead and focus real quickly on a and an. All right, so a and an are going to be called indefinite articles because they're leaving the person or thing that is being spoken about not really clearly defined or expressed. So if I said a teacher is someone who teaches, I'm not talking about a specific teacher. I'm just essentially talking about the job of a teacher. Okay, so think about it as when you are being more vague, right, in your examples, you're just saying a teacher or a student. Okay, that's not being specific enough. All right, if I go down to definite articles, we are saying the is a definite article. Okay, so it's normally pointing out a particular person or thing. So if I said the high school student, okay, or even these students, and I was pointing at them, I am literally picking out a specific group of students because I'm pointing to them, I'm identifying these students. All right, so go ahead and take a look at your example. Okay, a doctor is a person who people go to when they are sick. Okay, that's just general information. We know that that is a person who takes care of sick people. So we're just labeling it a doctor. It could be any type of doctor. All right? The teacher told her students to go to the doctor if they are sick. Okay, think about when your teachers tell you you're sick and they tell you to go to the doctor. We usually get in our minds a specific type of doctor, right? We go to the ER clinic down the street, or we go to our primary doctor. All right. So review your explanation and your example again. Look at the guided practice if you need a little bit of extra. Okay, and then read through the independent practice. You are only creating 2 original sentences, but you must identify the definite article and indefinite article that is used in each sentence. All right, so make sure you do that or you will not receive credit for this week's Do Now. All right, today we are going to go over summary versus critique. All right, there are printed notes, so if you do need to follow along with me on the printed notes, it is a class set, so please, 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 please do not write on them. Take all of the notes in your notebook. All right? Okay, so what is the difference? We are going to go ahead and what is the difference right here. All right, we are going to read through this together and I will explain it to you. Today is my birthday, and it is going to be an extremely busy day for me. The first thing on my list is going to school. I unfortunately cannot miss school today because I have multiple big tests. I am fairly sure the day will go by quickly, though, as it is my sweet 16. After school, I am going to go shopping with my parents to get my birthday outfit and my yearly birthday surprise. Even though I get to choose the surprise, I have always considered it just that. It's a surprise each year what I decide to have them buy me. At night, my family and I are going to my favorite restaurant and dancing at a nightclub after. It will be an amazing night, even though it will be filled with just family and not friends. All right, so if you look on the side, I wrote a sample summary and a sample critique for you all. Okay? I think the biggest thing to note just by looking at these The summary specifically here, right over here, is going to give you very factual information from the passage. Okay, if you go down and look at the critique, I think it seems, right, it's essentially giving you like what the person who is reading the text thinks or believes, their opinions about what's going on. All right, go ahead and flip it over. We're going to go ahead and hit our definitions. All right, I'm going to give y'all about 2 minutes to write down summary versus critique. All right, you have 2 minutes. All right, you should be copying these notes into your notebook. Okay, if you're having a hard time seeing this on the screen, because I know my camera is small, then please make sure you are following along with the printed notes. There is a reason I did that. All right, you got about 45 seconds. And we're moving on. All right, 30. You have 15. All right, here we go. Okay, so if I am looking at my summary, all right, essentially all you're doing is giving me the key points, like the big things that happen from the text. All right? So they need to make sure and communicate key information in logical order. You're not going to summarize a text and give me just a bunch of random information from all over the place. Okay, it has to be in chronological order. All right? Okay, difference in our critique. So we know that it's holding and expressing opinions or taking a position. All right, it's essentially analyzing. It's what you think about whatever it is that you're looking at. All right, let's go ahead and go to the brief points. Next slide. Okay, I already said the summary, it draws key relevant information. It's often the big key points. Okay, and it's almost like a main idea. So you look at the beginning, middle, and end, you should be able to find key points from all of those parts of the text. All right, let's go over here to critique. So we're opinion-based. The writer is usually taking a position, and think of it as like a critic. So like a food critic or a movie critic, okay, they're going to give you their opinion over their experience at eating like at certain restaurants or watching new released films, okay? And if I'm going too fast for you, there is a lovely thing called the pause button. Technology is great, so use it. All right, let's go ahead and flip to the next slide. All right, we have our no-nos. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to give you 2 minutes, and I'm going to slowly talk you through it as the 2 minutes go. All right, so we have no-nos of our summary. If I can get it on the screen. Okay, a summary, do not misrepresent what you read. Do not give information or irrelevant details that's going to really confuse the reader. Okay? And if you're starting to analyze or judge something, then you are probably doing what? Not a summary, you're probably critiquing. All right? So pick and choose what you need to help you out. I don't expect you to write down every last dying word, but make sure you understand the difference. Okay? Move over here to critique. Do not restate exactly what you just read. That's essentially a summary. Okay? Cover only the main points of what you read. So a movie critic doesn't tell you every last little itty-bitty detail about the movie, because if they did that, no one would want to watch it. They would be spoiled for them. Okay? Don't use any language that's overly biased or slang. You're not going to say, yo, dude, that was a great movie. It's the best dang thing I ever seen. Yeah, no, they're not going to publish that in a paper. Okay? All right, you guys got about 35 seconds. Grab what you need, and then we're moving along. 35 seconds. Yep, about 15 seconds. All right. Go ahead and find your Amber Room story. Okay? Get out Amber Room. Yes, we're going to use it yet again, so you should have it from yesterday. Get it out. Okay, I'm going to grab mine out as well and take a look at the steps. Okay, we're going to look at number 5. Number 5. All right, give me 1 second. Let me switch over here. All right. Woo! Amber Room. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and read it to y'all, and then we will go through the answer choices together. All right, so number 5. Which of these is the best summary of this article? Well, based off the entire presentation that I'm giving you today, looks like we needed to highlight best summary. So you need to highlight best summary. If that is not annotated, then do it now. All right, so I'm going to give you all about 2 or 3 minutes. I'm going to stay here with you, and I'm going to read through all of my answer choices and annotate them really quickly, and then we'll come back together and we will talk about why which ones are correct and which ones are incorrect. All right. All right, you got about 110 left. We're coming back around. All right, we got about 10 seconds. Get ready, here we go. All right, here we go. Okay, it says, which of these is the best summary? Okay, I'm going to give you the fast version. If you literally look at A, so look at answer choice A, okay, the first couple of words states this is an extremely interesting article. Well, if you're stating that it's interesting, that's your own personal opinion, so you should immediately be able to get rid of A. Okay, so we're going to cross out A because that's an opinion. All right, B. The Amber Room has been created in the Catherine Palace, so you can get a good idea of what it was like. Okay, so that phrase right there, you can get a good idea. That's bias, essentially. It's directed towards someone, and it's not really giving us any sequential information from the actual text. All right, let's go to C. The Amber Room was originally built for Frederick I Palace, in Berlin. His son gave the panels to Peter the Great, who brought them back to Russia, where they were installed in the Catherine Palace. During World War II, the Russians tried to hide the Amber Room, but the Nazis found it, stripped the amber panels, crated it up, brought it back to Germany, blah, 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 blah. So we're getting it, right? We got it. But that, there's a lot of information, but that summarizes the entire passage. All right? So we're looking good in C. All right, let's go to D. When Peter the Great saw the Amber Room, he was stunned by its beauty and wanted it. Okay, right there, stunned by its beauty or wanted it, that's an opinion or a feeling. He was feeling some type of way about it, needed to have it, so that is immediately going to be a critique. So we can cross that out. I said we could cross B out, so it looks like C is going to be our best answer choice. C is our best answer choice. All right, if you have any questions, I will answer them on Monday. All right, so let's go to our last couple of slides. Almost done with the class, okay? All right, independent practice. All right, okay? When you look at the Do Now page in your packet that I gave you, okay, you're going to read through the worksheet right after, all right? And you're going to answer the questions that follow. All right, so the worksheet looks a little something like, let me find it. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Sorry, y'all, I'm doing all the things. Right here, this guy. All right, so read the instructions, but you have four passages. All right, what you need to do is you need to read each passage. You need to give a main idea related title, okay? Remember, main idea comes from the beginning, the middle, and the end of the text. So you will read this entire text, and you will say, what do I think the main idea is? Well, you're going to then create a title that is related to the main idea. Okay, when you have done that, number 2, you are then going to summarize it. Obviously, you don't want to include too much information, because the pieces of text are extremely small. All right? So you have 1, paragraph 1, you have 2. If you flip it over to the back, you have 3 and you have 4. I'm pretty sure I just did that in the wrong order, but you still get the gist. All right. Then, when you are done, you are going to pick one of the 4 of these texts, and you're going to write me a sample critique. So obviously, a critique is your own personal opinion, so I'm not going to be able to tell you if it's right or wrong. Use appropriate language. There's no need for inappropriate language, okay? But it needs to be written on the very back. Tell me 1, 2, 3, or 4 passage, and you're going to write a sample critique. All right, once you have finished with your critique, show the substitute your work. And once you have shown the substitute, all of your work completed, she or he will sign it for you, all right? When they sign it, all you need to do then is get your exit ticket from them. They will give you the exit ticket, which you will use, our favorite story, connection conundrum, all right? No different than the last 2 days. You need to do all parts. You need to not only answer the question, you need to annotate it, and all of the answer choices that are incorrect. If you do not, the mastery will not happen. And I need to see where you're at because we have our test coming up quick. All right, once you are done with every last thing, then you need to make sure and staple it together, turn it in the black basket in the back. If I don't find it there, I'm going to assume that A, you were not at school, or B, you did nothing in class. Okay? So make sure you get your work done. Stop this video if you need to at specific points, or refer to the notes to get help. All right, love y'all. Be successful. I really hoped this helped, and if it didn't, I'm sorry because I'm terrible at videoing myself. But I tried. Love you.